so the fact that there are multiple stages, I'm going to give you an example, which I think is quite nice before we end the podcast, of something I used to do when I had my wellness center, because I have some gifts of healing. I have not had the wellness center for many, many years now, but um, so I used to see I used to have this understanding that we do carry all these phases of water within us. Not used to, I still have it. I just don't tend to practice that on other people anymore, but I do practice it with myself. This is something anybody can do for themselves. And many people have most people have stuff that they don't want to talk about, or stuff that they are still processing, still filtering through, and stuff they don't want to look at. There's all manner of these different things going on for people. And I see those things that are stuck as ice, because
Mm,
water as a solid, not as a liquid crystal. So the state that I freeze water at now is
y-
short term.
yes.
It's like 5 minute 27 phase where there's liquid on top and ice underneath. I tip the liquid away and I photograph the ice, and that ice is not a solid exactly, it's more of a plasma. So that's a separate conversation. However, and so the plasma is actually the same where water can share the most seen information. Whereas the ice is where it's barely doing
Yes.
anything. It's a very stuck situation. And so with people, the pain, it's like builds an ice wall around the pericardium of the heart.
Yeah.
And so what I would do, I would say to the patient or person, imagine that my hand is the sun. And we're going to focus on the heart. That seems to where so many people hold it. It's like the outer layer of the heart.
Yes.
And I said, I need you to imagine or feel that there's ice around your heart and that the sun is going to melt it. So as you feel it melting, just let me know. And people could literally feel things shifting and changing. And what I actually be waiting for was their stomach to start to get full, because it would always happen with with over well over 120 patients. Their stomachs would start to get really full, and then they would get so uncomfortable. They say, look, I'm really sorry, but I have to go to the bathroom, which was what I was waiting for, because it was not just in a kind of etheric realm that this was happening. It would literally be practical, and then they would need to go and release more water than they'd ever drunk. They
Yes.
always came, believe how much I just, peed. And so they were amazed. And so they were like, that was like, a full release.
Wow.
And so it's as simple as really kind of tuning into the water body of which phase am I in? My pain in? So if
Mm,
you look at your pain as ice, all you need to do is melt it. And there is literally a physical release that can happen. And it is perfect for those people that don't want to talk at all about their problems.
mm.
And there is like a real practical thing that you can do that is very powerful.